I've been a guide for, this is gonna be my 7th year. Mostly turkeys, yeah. I've done goose and stuff, but we concentrate just on turkeys in the spring. Last year was my best year of getting turkeys, and we got, I think it was 32 out of the full season. And this year I'm guiding full time, and we're already ahead of last year, so hopefully we can get close to 50.
Yeah, I've always been around hunting. My grandfather was a trapper, so I was always into the outdoors. And then me and Sean started Longbeard together. I'm more the turkey guy. I'm a turkey freak. I got turkeys tattooed on my arm.
First one, he's down.
I started turkey hunting when I was 16. And ever since then, I've been hooked, and I've always liked it. It's my passion. We do running guns, we do ground blind sits and spot and stalks. I knew there was birds at the spot, but I never checked it to see where they were roosting. So we were walking in and Brian spotted a bird. So we backed up a little bit and set up, and they weren't cooperating. So I just decided to grab the tom decoy and started walking towards the tom, and he decided to come, and then we got it done. We do it all for our passion, not for the money. I don't know, we always give our 100% all the time, and that's who we are.
Turkey hunting in Eastern Ontario. This is something I don't do a lot of, but I have tried in the past with minimal success. I've never actually shot a turkey in my life, but it's always something that's been on my bucket list for hunting. A good friend of mine named Danny from Longbeard Guiding reached out to me asking if I wanted to get on a bird. Of course I said yes. I knew I wanted to get on a bird. We had set up a date and it was locked in stone. We're getting after it.
Let's see those, holy smokes. You ready, Danny?
Oh yeah.
It's going down. Those nice birds.
Jumped in his truck, headed to a field, and literally in less than 20 minutes we were spot and stalking some turkeys. We initially stopped at one field over, where we walked out through the field, got into the bush, started calling, set up a decoy. We probably waited about 45 minutes to an hour with no luck, and we knew the turkeys were there. We saw them. So Danny suggested we come from a different angle and try spot and stalking them. So he grabs his tom decoy, he starts crawling through the field. I jump behind him and I'm crawling through the field with him. And you got to do this real slow. You can't go too quick. You can't make any sudden movements or you're going to spook these birds. It really does take a long time. And it's a lot of hard work, honestly, to do this. And we crawled through this field. We were probably crawling for a good 30-40 minutes. And we started getting close to these birds. They started to notice the decoy. They started to move towards us. They got within like 40 or 50 yards and they were about to spook. They didn't like it. They knew something was up. So Danny told me jump up, shoot, try to get one. And I tried, and fortunately I did not get a bird, but it was super cool to finally get an opportunity to take a shot at one. They're not an easy bird to hit. You don't want them too far. You don't want them too close. This was a good learning experience for me. So later that day, we hunted a field for the evening. We got there probably around 3 o'clock, went till 7. There was a ton of turkeys in this field moving around, but they just were not coming over to us. But we knew that this was a good place to hunt the next morning. So we packed it in. We watched the birds to see where they roosted in the forest. So we had a good idea where to set up in the morning. Set up on the bush line, set our decoys, and this morning was pretty spectacular. All those birds we saw, 30, 40 birds, were all back in this field, and they were moving towards our decoys. We had hens in and out of the decoys all morning. It's so cool to be up close and personal with wild turkeys like that and watching how they act and how they react to decoys. It's super cool just to watch and sit there and enjoy that. And you know, about an hour, hour and a half into the hunt, the group of toms started coming over. There was probably 3 or 4 of them, and they were all making their way over towards us. One got within shooting range, but we wanted to wait because there was 3 of us here with tags, and we wanted to try to get all 3 into the decoys and hopefully take them all. Unfortunately, that did not happen. These birds were not coming any closer. That was as close as that one tom got, and then they all backed off and started to go wide around us. We headed over to another forest where Danny knows there's a gigantic bird that lives there. He hunts this out of a blind, so we jumped in the blind. Danny was sitting there calling, and we probably sat there for an hour or two. I got some good naps in. I completely KO'd, but we didn't see any turkeys. They did not want to come over. We heard them gobbling, but they would not come over to us, and that's just part of the game. You're not going to get every bird in the woods, but it's always worth a shot. So we packed that up, jumped back in his car, and headed to one more spot where he was really hoping we'd get it done. This was another foresty area. We walked through the forest. The forest backs onto a cornfield, and the turkeys were in the field. We were in the forest. We had a little cut in the woods that we had the decoy set up. Danny was calling, trying to lure this turkey over. He's calling back, but the turkey was not budging. He would not move and come over to us again. So that was the end of that. That was day 2 of the hunt, and still have not got it done. So a few days later, I went back to Danny, and today was the day. We hopped in his truck, headed to a new field that he hasn't hunted yet this year, and he knew there was birds there. He's been scouting it. So this was the first hunt in this field. Set up our decoys, sat down, started calling, and within 20-30 minutes, the birds were coming out. They were gobbling like crazy. There was non-stop birds calling, hens, toms. They were all just talking back and forth. They were calling back to us. We were calling to them. It was so cool just listening to that for like probably a good hour. We could hear that all going on. Like it was just non-stop calling. It was super awesome. And then we started to see birds, and then birds are starting to walk over to us, and Danny sets up his tom decoy because there's this tom that keeps popping in and out of the trees, but he won't come over. So Danny jumps out with his tom decoy, starts to sit in the field a bit so that the tom can see him, and then the tom finally sees the decoy, and this thing just books it right over to Danny. Got my gun up on my knee. I'm waiting for this bird to get in range of where I want to shoot. I didn't want to mess this up again. And it's finally there. I lift the gun up, and bang, I shoot this turkey. That was an unforgettable experience. Literally one of the best hunting experiences of my life.
Whoa! Let's go, Danny! Danny, my boy! Dude! No f***ing way that just went down like that, Danny. Bro, I'm tripping, bro. No f***ing way. Oh my God, that bird got burned, bro. Look at that. Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh God, I'm crying. Oh my God, first turkey, man. Look at that bird.
Shooting my first turkey is something I will never forget, something I've always wanted to do, and to watch that bird just run across the field right up to Danny, one shot, and that bird was down. The excitement just exploded out of my body. I couldn't even control myself. I was so excited, and it was just truly a magnificent experience and something that I'll take to the grave with me.
Well, Danny, we got it done. This is 3rd day of hunting. Had a couple missed opportunities, but it paid off. What was the difference today?
At first, it didn't seem like they were committed, and then the group broke apart, and then seen the tom kind of ease off to the right and went out with the fan and slowly took his time, and then once he seen it, it was game over.
It was so cool watching that bird run up right up to you and then just getting that shot off and watching him go down. It was just one of those feelings that you'll never forget, right? It's your first turkey. It's just unreal. And those other 2 days, we had some good chances, but not as easy as a chance today.
Yeah, the commitment wasn't there the last couple of days compared to today. Once he was locked in, he was locked.
Well, that's awesome, man. I'm so thrilled about this. What an experience. I can't thank you enough, dude. Like, unreal.
I'm happy I could do it for you.
I want to give a huge thanks to Danny from Longbeard Guiding for giving me the opportunity, taking me out all these times, and getting me on my first turkey ever. I truly couldn't have done it without him. He is a top-notch guide. He knows what he's doing. He's got these birds dialed. Danny is the guy you want to go to try to get on some turkeys. He will get the job done. He will go above and beyond to make sure it happens. He is the top dog for turkey hunting in Eastern Ontario. And I want to thank you guys all for watching this video. This is a video that doesn't typically go on the channel because we don't typically shoot a lot of turkeys, but hopefully that's going to change, and hopefully we will continue to hunt turkeys every year and get more down the line. But I want to thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked seeing me take that bird home, and be sure to like and subscribe for more hunting adventures and outdoor content similar to this, and we will catch you in the next one.